What's going on? It's Aladdin, Prince of the Airways, and I'm starting a new feature on my blog. It's called Behind the Glam, and I'm kicking it off with the beautiful, talented Lena Chase. Hey, Lena.
Thank you. Hi, Aladdin.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay. So, we know you're a model. Well, for those that don't know, explain to them who Lena Chase is and the Lena Chase brand.
Well, my name is Lena Chase, and I am a urban model, but I'm also a celebrity makeup artist. And a lot of people don't understand, like, how much work it takes, actually, and grind that it takes to really make it in this industry. It's really oversaturated with a lot of, rappers and models. Everybody wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to be a model. So I push really, really hard for my brand, and I hope that, people see that and appreciate it.
Well, and that's the exact reason why I wanted to do this, Behind the Glam, is just getting people to understand that this is a business and there's a lot more than just what you see in the magazine. So how did you start?
I actually got started with Rock Mikey from UCB. Shout out to UCB. They're actually making a comeback in DC. But he asked me to do a music video for him and Gordo Brega, and this was probably a good 4 years ago. And then after that, Wale asked me to do Pretty Girls, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Wow, that's crazy. So did you ever envision yourself doing this modeling thing full time?
Not really. I'm from the Caribbean, and when you come from
where you from?
I'm from Puerto Rico.
Okay. Trini Haitian. Woo, woo, okay.
Yeah, my father is actually from Trinidad too. So, when you come from that kind of background, your parents expect you to, take your education as far as you can possibly take it. So they're expecting you to be a lawyer, a doctor, so on and so forth. So I never really envisioned myself doing that, but I've always been a creative person. So once I put my creativity into modeling and into my makeup artistry, it just took off. When you love what you do and it comes naturally to you, you are successful at it.
Now, you know how our Caribbean people are, so when you started telling them that, you're taking pictures and, some have clothes, some don't have clothes,
Right.
How did they take it?
They don't know the extent of my success in the industry. I kind of keep my personal life away from this. But from what they do know, I'm really successful at what I do, no matter what it is. So I would hope that they will be proud.
Okay. So for those that are watching and don't really understand what an urban model is, what would your definition of an urban model be?
An urban model is someone who really, to be 100% honest, someone who couldn't really make it in the runway industry, in runway modeling. We're not stick skinny. We're not 6 feet tall. We're the average height, and we're the average weight of the average woman. So, we're a little curvier. So we do music videos for hip hop artists, R&B artists. We do the magazine spreads that men love to see. So that's really what it is.
Okay, now since we're speaking on the men, a lot of the men see these magazine covers and they see, women that are naked and in bubble baths and things like that. Let's talk about the business sense and why the naked pictures. Granted, we know sex sells, but what does that do for your brand, and how, with you saying it's being oversaturated, how do you differentiate, between the different models?
Well, the thing is that sex will always sell. Right. That's just a fact of life. Sex will always sell. But I think that as long as you're doing things your own way and creating your own kind of lane, I am half naked in most of my photographs, but I think that I do it tastefully. And I think that I bring things to the table that other models don't bring. Like, my concepts are a little bit different. They're a little bit more artistic and classy.
Okay. Talk about owning pictures, like owning, your artistic work, because I know there are a lot of females that may give their product away for free to photographers. So speak on that a little bit.
You definitely want to own the right to your photographs, because people, as it is, even when you do own your photographs, they steal them and put them on flyers. They put them on mixtape covers. They do whatever they want with them. So if you have to ever take someone to court, you definitely want to own the rights to your photographs. It's very important.
Very nice. nice. So what has Lena Chase been a part of? I've seen you've been on a lot of big things recently.
Yes. I actually just finished shooting a video for Bangladesh. And he's a 4-time Grammy-winning producer. So I was honored when he reached out to me and asked me to do the music video for his song called Tricks. He's branching out and trying to become his own artist now. So he's, you know, not just producing music anymore. So that's actually out right now, and you can find that on my Instagram and all over the internet, actually. It's spelled Trixx, Tricks, by Bangladesh.
Any magazines coming up that we can see you in?
Yeah, I just finished doing Don Diva, which was an honor because Wayne Perry's on the cover.
Okay.
And I don't know if everybody's familiar with Wayne Perry, but definitely Google him and check out his story. It's very interesting. But so I just recently did that. I did Straight Stuntin'. Okay. Which was an absolute honor. And I'm actually doing Smooth Girl next week in New York. So I'm excited about that.
She is working, ladies and gentlemen. So how does this work as far as, you know, when the publications come? Do they come to you? Do you reach out to them?
It's actually interesting that you asked me that because I'm a little bit thicker than a lot of the other women in the industry. And so in the beginning, I heard a lot of no's. I heard a lot of yeses as well, but I got a lot of no's. And so, you know, my manager and I just said, that's fine. We're going to work really hard. We're going to be consistent. And we're going to make them come to you. And that's what we did. And now they're coming to me.
Wow.
You know, so never give up. Never think that because you don't look like everybody else that you can't do what you want to do. Just create your own lane and your own possibilities.
Now, let's talk about, cause I know weight is a big thing with women. You know, in the industry, how important is that as far as, like, I guess, I don't know how to be politically correct about this. Okay, thank you. I won't be, you know, because, you know, women, y'all be like, don't ask the weight and all that. And, you know, so you got to be very sensitive with those types of questions. But, you know, I mean, as far as, like, is that something that the industry looks for? Is there a certain weight or?
You know, that's the beauty of the urban modeling game is that there really is no rules to how you look. You know, we got women who are chopping all their hair off, women with blonde hair, blue hair, pink hair, women that are fat and skinny, short and tall. It really doesn't matter as long as you like are owning it, you know, and you have confidence. You can be successful in the urban modeling game.
What ways have you seen the game change since you've been in?
It's really oversaturated. It's funny, we were talking about that earlier. You know, the golden era of hip hop was sort of in the 90s when, you know, they had these huge budgets for music videos and for their models. We don't really have that anymore, so we kind of have to create our own opportunities to get money. The money's just not the same. It's not the same.
Interesting. So with the money not being the same, how does the hustle change?
Ooh, you got to grind tenfold, you know, tenfold. Luckily, we're in a time where social media is a huge help. So, you know, you got to stay on your Twitter, you got to stay on your Instagram, you got to stay dropping videos and new pictures. You know, you just got to stay current and stay fresh.
Very nice. And if there's anybody that's watching this right now, any advice that you can give them that for females that may want to get in the game? Oh, hold on. Even before we get there, let's talk about these young females that see models like yourself and that believe that, okay, I'm beautiful. As long as I have a body, I can make it in the industry. What would you say to them about that?
It takes a little bit more than a body. We all have a body. You got to have some, you know, when you open your mouth, have some substance, know what you're talking about, be confident. Study your craft. Don't just think that you're just going to get in front of a camera and just voila. You know, you have to really study. This is a craft. This is a job. This is a career. And just like any other career, if you want to take it to the next level, you got to know what the hell you're doing.
Very nice. So, I mean, for those that are watching, young ladies, this is very important. You said study your craft.
Study.
What is there, or how do they study?
You know, look at other models, you know, study poses, stand in front of the mirror, know what, you know, best suits you on camera, know your best angles, you know, just practice every day. You know, I live, I breathe, I sleep this.
Selfie queen.
This is what I do. You know, I love what I do, and I hope that it shows.
Do you see any negative backlash from doing naked photos and how men approach you?
Absolutely. You know, men say inappropriate things all the time. They can be creeps. But I think all women get that. And, you know, you got to learn how to maneuver through that. You know, I kind of ignore people. Sometimes I'm human. Sometimes it gets to me and I go off on Twitter, you know, every now and then. But for the most part, I kind of ignore it.
Do you find that men think that you're less intelligent because you take your clothes off?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They think I'm less intelligent. So I have a little bit more to prove than the average girl, but it's all good. Okay. I'm used to working hard.
Very nice, very nice. Well, back to the original question. For any advice that for those that do want to get in the game and, you know, that think they can really be successful at this, what would you say to them?
I would say be confident. Never take no for an answer. No is never an answer. It's never the final say. You are in charge of what you want to do with your life. And just keep pushing. That would be my number one advice. Keep pushing. Keep pushing. I heard a lot of no's, and now I'm hearing a whole lot of yes. So.
And we'll continue to say yes to Lena Chase. Make sure you support her. Please plug your digital outlets. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they do that?
You guys can book me at catchchase@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram. I've been deleted 8 times.
Yo, what is up with that? Yo, how do, okay, cause somebody was telling me that the other day. They was like, yeah, people report you and then they delete your pages. So what's that about?
Instead of just unfollowing me, they flag me and get me deleted. You know,
see, this is why we call this Behind the Glam, ladies and gentlemen, because it's a lot of things you just don't know.
Yeah, so. And people don't understand how it affects your money. I mean, social media plays a huge role in the urban modeling game. And so when you delete my page, when you delete anybody's page, you know, it affects their money. Promoters don't want to hire a model to come host if she doesn't have any followers, you know, to promote to. So it's hard. You got to start from the ground up every time. And I've done it 8 times. Y'all will never stop me, ever. You can delete me 8 more times. Wow. I'll keep going.
Okay, so what's the new one? For right now, I guess we can say.
And the new one is Miss_Lena Chase. That's MISS_Lena Chase.
Man, please don't flag. This is a beautiful woman that is doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook, any?
I don't have Facebook, but I do have Twitter, Lena_Chase. Okay. And again, you can book me at catchchase@gmail.com, and you can definitely talk to my manager, Makudi Lee.
Yeah, shout out to Makudi, making this happen, man. Lena, thank you so much,
for having
and we will definitely see you up top with all the models in the world. Lena Chase with Aladdin, Prince of the AIRWAYZ, Behind the Glam.